Yo, what up, Cowabunga traders? It is Pip Surfer. I'm about to kick you an update. This is for Wednesday, March 26, 2008. And today was a really good day for the Cowabunga system, so I'm pretty psyched, pretty stoked. But first thing before I get into anything is I just want to address some of the questions that were made yesterday, and I am lazy to type, so I am just going to answer them on this audio update. So let me just bring this up, and we'll see here is I'm just going to go through. This is from yesterday's post. First one is from Forex. It says, thanks for the daily updates. I like the simplicity of the system and the track record looks pretty good. I'm concerned though that I can't play along unless I trade during the London session. I can't do that with a day job and a wife who expects me to follow normal wake and sleep cycles. Is this system or any other going to work between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. CDT, or do I have to try to swing trade on daily charts or something like that? Well, here's the answer. It really does suck if you live in a bad time zone because the market will not wait for you. The best solution, I mean, even for me, I live on Eastern Standard Time, and it's kind of hard to trade sometimes. Waking up early, and the London session for me starts really early in the AM when I should be sleeping. So unless you're able to do that, which obviously you're not, the best solution is to swing trade. And I'd like to actually skip down to a question that kind of relates with that swing trading. Here it is. It's by Aguiger. Hello, I have a question. Will the system work on a daily chart, and if so, how to set up? Thank you in advance. This system that you're seeing right now has only been tested on the 15-minute chart. Now, that doesn't mean to say it won't work on a longer time frame. I personally haven't tested it, so I can't say yes or no. Swing trading, I like swing trading more than I like day trading because less time looking at the charts. Technical indicators seem to be more reliable, so there's a good possibility that the Cowabunga system would work on longer time frames. Again, I've never tested it. I don't really have a desire to test it because I already know what works for me. So, but go ahead and try that, and that kind of goes along with the first question is, Forex was asking, if this will work at different times. It really won't. It has to work. It has to be traded during these times. Like I said, the system's been tested, down to the very last detail. So unfortunately, Forex, you're going to have to learn how to swing trade. All right, so next question. JCC, and you're a constant poster, so thanks for your support. And I did have a good weekend. You just said, I just want to say that my chart didn't show the 1:45 a.m. crossover. Instead, it showed that it closed the same value as the yeah, I remember looking at this question. Mine actually was slightly, it did cross slightly. It was very, very slight, and that kind of goes down to Grayet's post here where it says every chart can't look the same because broker has different, which is true. So every chart won't look the same. For my chart, I use XTick, and for just demonstration purposes, I'm using the FXCM feed. Not endorsing them or anything, but what happens is sometimes prices do get a little different, so that's why our charts might look different. But your second part of the question is that you entered on the other signal that you saw, which that's correct. That was a valid signal too, and if you didn't enter on the first one, then that was a good signal to enter on, so that was fine, and I'm glad that worked out for you. And let me see, your next question was, if you're in a trade and you get another valid signal, do you enter it as well? No, I don't. You can, people would say, well, why don't you just double up and, go for more? Nah, I don't necessarily like to do that. I don't like increasing my risk once I'm in a trade. Just let the signal play out. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. And let me see. I'm still in sunshine. I'm very new to trading. I'm still trying to figure out the best time to enter and exit. Do you go by candlesticks or more by the stochastics and MACD? When you say 5, I don't know where you're counting from. Sunshine, hey, yes, you are very new to trading, and that's fine. I'm glad. Welcome to the Forex market. You might want to read over the school judging by your question, I think you'll get a better understanding of the system, and you'll be able to appreciate it more and really get the most benefit out of it if you really go through the school section and make sure you know it, like the back of your hand. But the question is, I go by everything, candlesticks and indicators. Everything has to line up for me to enter. If one thing doesn't match up, then I don't enter, and that's just part of the system. You got to stick to the rules, and you got to play by the game and do what the market gives you. So, all right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and go to today's 4-hour chart to determine our trend. Here we'll look back, and you can see that the last trend change candle was right here back on March 24th, 2008. That was the 12 o'clock candle, and so you can see that since then we haven't had any crossovers to the downside. So the trend today remained up the entire day, and we did have some pretty wide movements there. So now that we know that we're only looking for long trades, let's go to the 15-minute chart, and I'll go ahead and move this back to midnight, which is when I start. And first thing we're going to do is check out what news events we got to look out for today. Okay, so here we're going to look. We have 5:30 is the GBP MPC Treasury Committee hearing. That's at 5:30. And I think I actually put 5:15 on my post. I meant 5:30, so sorry about that. New home sales is at 10, and also durable goods is at 8:30. Those were the two other news events that I was looking out for. So now that I know to avoid those times, if I have to, then we can go ahead and start our trading. So we'll just go ahead and start midnight. And remember, we're only looking for long trades. So just keep moving forward. We have nothing. Market's kind of quiet. Okay, everything goes until we have this right here. We have a crossover to the upside. You can see that RSI is well above 50. Stochastics are definitely trending up, and MACD was negative and gaining value. So that is a valid trade signal. So we're going to enter here as close as possible to the close of this candle, which is at 2.0050. And our stop loss will be the most recent swing low, which is right here, 2.0014. And it closed right at 50. So what we're going to do is, sorry that I am there. I don't know if you saw that. That's my good buddy. But since we closed right at 50, then, the next 0 or 50 level is right at 2.0100. Right here. So that's what we're going to go for, because it's 50 pips away, which is a good target to go for. So now we just go ahead and go along with our trade. Now this hand happened at 3 a.m., which means that you probably entered around 3:15 a.m. Okay, now that you go forward, see price is kind of hanging down there, almost gets stopped out there, and you could see that the 5 o'clock candle really made a strong push up for us. And you can see that at 5:15, our candle did hit our target here. And perfect timing too, because MPC Treasury Committee hearings were coming out at 5:30. So no matter what, we were going to close out our trade. So what I did is, since I knew I was going to exit either way, I closed my trade once it hit the target. I didn't wait for it to close above, my target and go for more, because I know I'm going to close my trade out anyway. So I went ahead and took out my final profit there. At 2.0100. Okay, so now I'm out the trade for a nice little profit there, and we'll just go ahead and let the market go on. And you can see that after that, wow, we had a big turn there. Dollar gained some strength. We'll keep moving forward. Blah blah blah. Boring, boring, boring. Nothing really matters. What time is it here? It's 9:30. So that the durable goods report didn't really do anything back here. So we'll just keep moving forward. Still nothing. Here's the 10 o'clock candle, which was the new home sales. Still didn't generate much movement. Here we have another crossover. RSI is above 50. Stochastics trending up. But if you look down at MACD, you'll see that it's already positive. If you go to the candle before it, it already changed from negative to positive. And when our signal was there, MACD was already positive. So that negates the signal, and we do not enter. So hopefully you caught that one. Alright, so no entry. We're just still watching the market, and now it's by this time it's noon Eastern time, and I'm done looking for trades. Call it a day. Nice little profit. So that was pretty much it. Pretty straightforward.